Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what you see before you is the world's longest living placeholder. Oh my God, this is crazy. And you know what? This doesn't surprise me. Like it really doesn't surprise me when I see these stories. I mean, they are ridiculous and unbelievable and wild, but nothing surprises me anymore. And I'm not being cynical or anything like that. Because, love between a man and a woman does exist. It happens very rarely. But what I want you ladies to understand is that when you take love off the table, okay, like romantic love, okay? Because romantic love is not real. It's very temporary, very fleeting. So it's not real. Okay. People want who they want or whatnot, and that's okay. But you don't want someone just for love. Well, at least that's not how men think. Men are not settling down with you, marrying you, doing all of that for love. Okay, because when it comes to men, love does not conquer all. Let's start there. Ladies, if you take romantic love, take loving a man off the table, and you start looking at men and relationship objectively, I promise you, you will make better decisions when it comes to, creating romantic attachments. Now, this story here is crazy. And again, I do not know if this story is real, but it looks like it's coming off. Well, yeah, it's definitely coming off from Africa. So, 95-year-old Kenyan man finally marries 90-year-old lover after courting for over 6 decades. What are you talking about? That's not courting anymore. That is absolute torture. That's insane. That man held out for so long until he realized that, you know what? I'm never going to get a woman of my dreams. I have one foot in the grave and one foot out, so I might as well marry this bitch. No, this is how delusional men are. Men are absolutely delusional because men, I don't think men see their age. You know what I mean? Like men, the way men view aging, it's like to them, they think only women age and they think that they are young forever. A man will be in his 40s looking like he's in his 60s and thinking he looks like 30. That's why it's not uncommon to go on not social media, dating sites, dating websites. Even on social media, I mean, there are men out here that are outright lying about their age. Okay, like you will see a man and with with the receding hairline and everything like that, and this man is at least 47 years old. And on his profile, you would see that he's like 30 or 29 or something like that. That's how delusional they are because they literally believe that they look that young. They have no concept of, self-aging. They don't understand that they look older than their age. And I get it because if you go on TikTok, I'm sure you've seen those crazy trends where people are saying that, where, people are making these posts and they're saying, well, asking the public to guess how old they are. And then, of course, they come back hurt. They get their feelings hurt because the public rated them older than they thought they look. In their heads, they think they look 10 years younger, but in reality, they look their age. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with looking your age. I am not going to let people gas me up and tell me, oh my God, Maria, you look like you're in your 20s. I mean, when people tell me I look like in my 20s, that's a nice compliment. But I don't think I look like I'm in my 20s because I look at myself objectively. I do because I see myself in the mirror. And if I see someone like me in person, I would say I look 38. But to someone else, I may actually look my age. But, that's neither here or there. But, that trend online is so tragic because you have these women, especially women, it's always women. Guys, guess how old I am? And then when people come back and say, well, oh yeah, you like 45 or 48, and then they turn out to be actually 45 and 48, they're upset. Like, that's the thing. The thing is, people of a certain generation, they look at their peers and they don't see themselves really aging. Okay, that guy that had a crush on you in high school, as long as you maintain your appearance, he's going to think that you look exactly like you looked in high school. Like that's how they see you. And, people are like, oh, well, Steve waited for Marjorie and she aged so much, blah, blah, blah. Yes, she aged. So did he. But listen to me. When they got together, in his mind, she was always the dream girl and she looked just as beautiful as when he first saw her. So that's how it works, ladies. Don't worry about aging. Okay, the wall is not real. Don't listen to these men. Okay, I don't care what the hell they put in the comments and what they say on their silly little videos on social media or over there on Reddit. We know that it's not true. But anyways, going back to this guy here, men don't see how badly they are aging. They don't see it because in their heads they think they still look young. Because they will tell you, "Oh, I still feel like I'm 21." Like you don't. You don't. You know your knees and your body haven't felt like 21 in 60 fucking years. Give me a break. But anyways, so yes, and because they don't see themselves aging and they think that they're still attractive, they think that they can hold out and wait around as long as they possibly can until they find the one. You know what I mean? You're gonna be with this guy and he's gonna tell you stuff like, "Oh, marriage is just a piece of paper. We don't need the government to prove our love. We don't need to get married. We both love each other. Then, what's the point of doing all of this?" Yes, if a man is telling you that, you're a placeholder. You are absolutely a placeholder, my girl. Let me hold your hands. I'm going to hold your hands and tell you that you are a placeholder. If you are in a relationship for more than 2 years and this guy has never brought up marriage at any point talking about he wants to get married to you, you are a placeholder. Okay. And the older you are, the shorter that time should be. You shouldn't have a man stringing you along for years because it'd be the same man that will leave you after being in a relationship with you for 10 years and marry someone within 6 months. They will literally marry someone else within 6 months or even less if they believe they found the one. This man held out and he held out and he held out for 60 years until he finally gave up and he realized, you know what, I'm not going to meet that girl. Maybe one day he finally took a real look, like a proper look in the mirror and realized, you know what? Yeah, I might as well do this. Like, what's the point? At this point, why even bother? Why even bother? And y'all, please spare me, okay? I don't want to hear shit like, "Oh, I know someone who was together 10 years and they got married and blah, blah." I don't want to hear it, okay? My dad has been with his girlfriend for well over a decade and he will not marry her. His children tell her that, she shouldn't be with him. Her own children tell her that she shouldn't be with this guy. So if his own family are telling you he ain't shit, then you only have yourself to blame if he's just using you, wasting all your time and energy and your youth and your beauty. Well, her youth and beauty is gone, okay? My dad has been with this woman for well over a decade, probably could very well be like 20 years. No marriage in sight. Ladies, stop settling for placeholder position. Stop settling for the placeholder title, the placeholder spotlight. Stop being a placeholder because this is the craziest placeholder story I've ever seen, if there ever is one. I don't even need the details of this story. I mean, maybe I can go on Google and see if I can find some information. But what are we going to find? What are we going to find? Like, please, 60 years? 60 years. I'm sure they have kids together. That's what I want to find out. You know what? Forget it. Because honestly, I don't need to see the whole story. Like, I really don't. Yeah, like I really don't need, because the headline alone is all I need. Getting married after 60 years. And again, I do not know if the story is real because you never know if these stories are real when they come across, my timeline. I never know. But 6 decades, 6 decades is crazy. Now, of course, let me wrap this up really quickly because, I don't want this video to be long. Ladies, don't let people waste your time. Do not let men waste your time. Ladies, your time is very valuable. And you have to teach people how to treat you, and you have to teach people how to respect your time. If you are okay with allowing someone to waste your time like this person will never love you. They will never respect you because they are looking at you in disgust. You think you're in a relationship and you think you're going strong or whatnot, but that man is looking at you in disgust when you're not looking because he's like, "Ugh, why is she still here? Like, doesn't she have any self-respect? It's been 60 years. WTF?" All I'm asking you ladies to do is like the video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And please share this video if you can, because y'all, I'm trying to get my channel back on track. It has been the most depressing 3 weeks ever. I'm still putting out content because I'm not going to stop because I made a commitment, to be consistent in this channel. So here I am. But yes, but with your help, sharing, watching the video, turning on the bell notification, clicking on the video when you see the video recommended, that helps out That helps me out a lot. Okay. But anyways, back to the topic. These men are looking at you in disgust. They're secretly laughing at you, and you look stupid. Okay. Because this woman, she looks stupid. Because who the hell is waiting on a man for 60 years? Like, she could have done so much with her life. She could have found someone that was willing to marry her. Let me tell you, let me tell you something, ladies. If a man doesn't see your value and he doesn't want to marry you, you are not obligated to stay there, hoping and praying that he's going to change his mind someday. Because if you do that, that is stupid, that is irresponsible. You do not love yourself. You don't care about your future at all. Like, you really don't care. Go out there and live your life. As long as you are not married, as long as you are not married, you are single. This is what I want women to understand. Relationships with men are scams. Being in a relationship with a man is a scam because you are in a quote unquote relationship with him and he's getting all the benefits of having a wife without the commitment. Like, why would you give someone your body? Why would you give someone like this access to your body? Someone who is not committed to you. I can't imagine doing that. This is why I don't condone casual sex and I don't believe in, friends with benefits. I don't believe in that stuff. I do not subscribe to that. And I always advise women against doing that because it's not worth it. It really is not worth it because as a woman, you have so much more to lose. Getting a relationship with a man is risky, especially a man that doesn't want to commit to you, a man that doesn't want to marry you. It is so risky because you can get pregnant, you can get trapped. It's really not worth it. Your goals and your dreams can be derailed. There are so many women out here without a degree, without a career, because they put all of that on a back burner for a man to be in a relationship. Okay, it really isn't worth it. All right. So, anyways, yeah, this story is really crazy. And I mean, this shit is not new, but this is the longest placeholder situation I've ever seen. This is wicked. Okay. This is evil. This is of the devil. Okay. This man is demonic. To waste a woman's time for 60 years, I mean, that's a special type of evil. Like, I've never seen anything like this in my life. This is insane. But anyways, thank you for listening.